Hello, everyone. How are we all? Welcome to the Fantasy Premier League. It's the FPL Show tonight, guys. And the reason, big reason why we're on at 6 o'clock is because in 30 minutes' time, the game week officially closes. So the deadline for the game week officially closes in 30 minutes' time. I've got two fantastic panelists on tonight. We've got the return of the man, the myth, the legend, John Sullivan. How are we doing, John?
I am very well. I'm wearing the wonderful Wales top in honour of my Welsh teammates who did not make the World Cup.
John,
saving
before the show started, you told me why.
Yeah.
Didn't make it, and
so in Wales, we've decided as a nation to save jet fuel for all the English people. It's not because of football; it's because of jet fuel.
Okay. I love that. Because of jet fuel. It's great to have you on tonight, John. Great to see you back here on KB We Love Football. And at the bottom, we have Tom, Turbo Tom there. Tom, I believe there's a public service announcement that you would like to release before we start tonight's show. So the table is yours, mate.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks on me. I'm just making sure my microphone's not too loud again.
No, it's absolutely spot on, mate.
Right, that works. Right, okay. So on last night's Thursday night Millers, I made some rather silly comments, and I'd like to publicly apologise. I've prepared a statement. I'd like to apologise to groundskeepers for my comment that the role isn't a full-time job. That was an uninformed and dismissive thing to say. I now understand that being a groundskeeper requires consistent year-round work maintaining pitch quality, managing weather impacts, preparing surfaces for matches and training, and ensuring player safety. It's a demanding role that takes skill, planning, and dedication well beyond what I gave it credit for. I regret making that comment and for the lack of respect it showed towards the work that groundskeepers do. I have a much better appreciation now for how important your role is in football. So that is my apologies to the grounds people. I would also like to apologise to goalkeeping coaches. So I've written another short statement here. I would like to apologise to goalkeeping coaches for my comments last night suggesting your role isn't important. That was a misguided and unfair statement. Goalkeeping is one of the most specialised positions in football, and for coaching behind, it is crucial from developing technique and positioning to improving decision-making, communication, and mental resilience. Your work has a direct impact on both individual players and the team as a whole. I regret dismissing the value of what you do. It was a lack of understanding on my part, and I take responsibility for that. I have a much greater respect now for the expertise and effort that goes into goalkeeping coaches. So to groundskeeper people and goalkeeping coaches, I sincerely apologise. Looking forward to the show.
Okay, enough of that bollocks. Let's move on. So thank you for that, Tom. Well done. Lovely. Bravo. It takes a lot to apologise for some flippant comments, mate. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're watching a football podcast and you can't take a bit of banter, then you shouldn't be watching a football podcast, and you should probably be wearing your mother's knickers. Right, so we're going to move straight onto the show because we have got 26 minutes. And in 26 minutes' time, the deadline will end. So I want to push straight into our teams and the reason why we've picked our teams this week. And then we're going to have a bit of an overview and have a quick look at who is up there and who's up the top end for things like goals, passes, assists, and obviously clean sheets. But let's jump straight into it. Now, I know because we're early on in the show, we've got a few people watching. I'd like people that are watching, if you've got any questions, please fire them onto the show. If you've got any questions in regards to what you might want to discuss about your team, any tips, hints, or points that you'd like from our panelists, please drop them in the comments for us. otherwise, let's get straight on with having a look at some people's game weeks. So I'm going to jump straight on with nobody that's actually one of our panelists. I'm going to jump on. I've got two other people that have sent me their game week 35 teams, and we're going to have a look at them and we're going to dissect them a little bit and see what we can do to help those people. So the first person that sent us through is Ben. Ben obviously is a resident fan of the show and also appears on the show. So this is Ben's decision that he's made. Obviously, he's got no chips left because we know what Ben's like. Spent his chips nice and early. I do have a question for Ben. So if you are watching, mate, please just drop a comment in. Have you taken a minus this week for any of these players, or did you have a couple of free transfers or even one free transfer? What have you done? So John and Tom, looking at Ben's squad there, he's gone for the 4-4-2. He's captained Bruno Fernandes for Liverpool and vice-captained Virgil van Dijk as a defender. I mean, for me, before we divulge too far into it, I'm looking at that, and obviously he's got a Liverpool defender and then a Man United midfielder and
an attacker. Yeah.
Little bit counteractive there in my eyes. Apart from that, I think, he's not really doubled up on anything. That's just the only thing that I noticed there. What do you reckon, John?
Yeah, you're spot on. You've got Sesko, I think it is, up for Man U, and you've got Virgil for Liverpool. If they're playing each other, the points, if Sesko does score, then the clean sheet bonus will leave for Virgil, so you're counteracting yourself straight off the bat. Yeah. I can't see who have Everton got. Man City probably. That's a really Everton are a good team. Don't get me wrong, but that's a tough. Man City are gunning for top again, aren't they? After last week's game week, so again a risky manoeuvre. And Tosca, they've not been keeping clean sheets of late, Everton. So again, I don't know if that is. The thing is with Ben, he's probably spent about 20 points just to get to this point. So
Ben is in the comments in a minute. Ben is in the comments. Evening, lads. How are we? We're absolutely fine, Ben. Just interested to know. Obviously, I've seen. You put Kirkez has got a warning, but he's on your bench, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. You've not got a bench boost being played this week. But Ben, just like we've just said, a little pointer there for you, mate. Obviously, Man United have got Bruno Fernandes there and Sesko. And then obviously you've got Virgil in defence. You might want to possibly look at dropping. The only one that you could drop is Virgil, but your only defender is Kirkez, and he's on a warning. So, it's a good squad. It's a solid squad. Tom, what's your thoughts on Ben's squad there? Anything you think?
Just literally listen to your two comments there. You're going to come on to mine in a minute. I've completely changed my team.
All right. Okay.
I completely agree. Virgil van Dijk. We'll come to mine, but listen, Ben he has clearly stated in the past that he's watching this and he's learning, and it's all going to be for next season for Ben. So look, he's got nothing to lose, and with a bit of an arm around the shoulder from experts like myself. And John and Phill, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's really simple game, Ben. You just pick the best players in form, and you put them on the same team, and you get the points.
What I would suggest is I can't see his first sub. Forgive me, everybody. I'm on mobile, so I do apologise. I would suggest Ben goes to a 3-back. Who's the first sub on after the goalkeeper?
Strand Larsen.
Is forward,
so I would go to a 3-back of Van Dijk. Get rid of Van Dijk, Chow, and probably Tarkowski. Bring in Strand Larsen instead of the Everton lad. Go 3-4-3.
I'd drop Virgil for that reason, for the old Man United Liverpool thing. I'd drop Virgil.
Yeah.
and bringing Strand Larson as your forward.
But either way, but I wouldn't have a 4-back if it's Liverpool, Man U. I wouldn't have both in your team right now.
No. I know. I agree. Although I've not checked my squad, so I'm probably doing something very, very serious. I'm sat here right now saying all this, and I've not actually checked my squad. I've just uploaded the images.
Yeah.
Guys, obviously, there's lots of people watching already, loads of people viewing. So it'd be great to hear what you're doing with your fantasies. And if you want any pointers from us guys, obviously, like Tom said, the expert that is the man, the myth, the legend when it comes to FPL, apparently. Let's go straight on to Tom's then. Tom, you said you just made some changes. So as it currently was all of 20 minutes ago when you sent your thing through to me, you had Keller in goal. Again, you're doing a similar thing. You've got Virgil in defence, but you have also got Szoboszlai in there. So you've got 2 Liverpool players, and then you've got your 3 Man United players of Bruno Fernandes, Brian Mbeumo, and Benjamin Sesko. And then that's about it. There's no other duplicates there.
But you've got Brighton, Newcastle,
and then Welbeck as well.
Right. So what I've done now, obviously I sent you that, Phil. I was just finishing work at the time, having not touched it. So I thought, I'll send that and obviously get some advice off you gents, which has been well received. And you know what, I kind of agree with you. I've now got Kelleher in goal.
Thank you.
I've now got Kelleher in goal. I have got rid of Virgil and I have brought in Saliba.
Good job.
So I'm going 3-4-3. So my back 3 are Gabriel, Saliba, and Mark Gahey.
Mm-hmm.
With a midfield 4 of Morgan Rogers, Bruno Fernandes, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Brian Mbeumo. With a front 3 of Thiago. So I've dropped Sesko and I've brought Thiago in. And I've also brought in Ollie Watkins and Danny Welbeck as my other striker. You ever heard about Danny Welbeck?
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
We don't have time for that.
Have you taken a minus this week then, or did you have quite a few transfers available?
I had three transfers.
You have 3 available. Fabulous. I just saw Wow Pedro on the bench and I thought you must have dropped him because obviously...
Yeah, I've got rid of Pedro. My bench is Petrovic, Byrne, Elanga, and Rodon.
Okay, so okay, I see that. Yeah, no. I think that's probably a better choice with what you've just swapped it to, mate. With the whole Liverpool Man United, it's going to be a big game. Let's have it right. I don't think it's going to be goalless, that's for sure. I think there's going to be a lot of action there. So, interesting one. Let's jump onto yours, John. Let's have a look at yours. Let's see where you're at. Obviously, we've only got 17 minutes left of the game week, so the cameras have dropped down in size. So I apologise for that, guys. I don't know why it's done that. Let me just.
That's not mine.
Is that one not yours?
No,
that's Tom's.
That's Tom's.
Tom's again. Why has it done that? I don't know why that's done yours like that. Then, John. So, John, do you want to? No, I have. I've got yours. It's not added. Let me remove top. There's
mine.
It tried to add them both at the same time. That's my mistake. Do apologise. I must press the wrong button. So, John, you've got Donnarumma in goal.
Yes.
Good shout against Everton. They are leaking goals anyway. So, slapping him in, it's likely that Man City could get a clean sheet very easily.
Yeah.
You've gone for 5 at the back. Nice and interesting. 3-2.
I have just spotted a clash, but I can't change it because I'm on the phone. But I'll have to just take a hit there. So
okay, so you've got Virgil, Saliba, Gabriel, Canate, and
Chow.
Yeah, I can't see it there. Chow for Newcastle against Brighton. Supporting your own team there, but then obviously you've got your clash with your striker. Danny Welbeck. We all know about Danny Welbeck's dad. In the midfield there, you've got Bruno Fernandes, brought in Casemiro. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And Rayan. And then obviously Thiago and Welbeck up front. But you, this week, my furry little friend, you have played your bench boost, haven't you, Tom?
John. I am John, not Tom.
Oh, John.
Yes, I have decided I will pull the plug on my last token chip, whatever you want to call it, bench boost. I think Gordon will be back. I think he might probably play and start against Brighton. I didn't want to risk it because he has had an injury. But he's playing to move to Germany now, so we'll probably see him featured at the moment.
Okay, so obviously on your bench there, you got Martinez. Saved some cracking shots last night from Forest.
He did.
He's an on-form goalkeeper.
Yes.
Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Yes.
They've got Bournemouth away. Then obviously Szoboszlai. And also possibly Gordon. Obviously, he's on a yellow there, but he probably will play.
Yeah.
You seem to be quite confident with Newcastle there, John, and playing Newcastle players.
I'm not at all. I'm really not. Yeah, I'm not.
You're aware of my views on Newcastle. I think it's going to be Newcastle that go down. A lot of people are laughing at me with that. But I'm
also fully aware of. I'll wait for Tom's apology to me and all Newcastle fans about his comments about the ownership. That can be saved for another day, Tom.
I think Tom's did enough apologies today already, hasn't he?
Yes, that can be next time. I'm not comfortable. I know you say back the team. Brighton are in good form, and Newcastle are 8 without a win. So. I honestly think Brighton could put 3 past us.
Yeah, I do as well, mate. Sorry. And it's nothing against Newcastle. I think there's something toxic going off at Newcastle. That's why I've been very loud and vocal about saying, mark my words, bookmark it. Newcastle are probably not going to get another point this season. And in that case, are likely, unless Spurs can pull it out the bag, are likely to drop into that relegation.
Yeah, game. We'll see. We'll see. That could make my year, wouldn't it? You know, Rotherham League 2, Newcastle Championship.
I know. And none of the big guns.
And Wales not qualifying. Fucking brilliant.
At least you've not got dodgy VAR decisions then to cope with. You should be fine with that. We've also got another mystery person's squad. So I'm going to add this one, and I'm going to let you guys. It's not mine. I'm going to let you guys decide who you think this squad belongs to.
That looks like Tom's again.
So it's not. It's not. I can tell you that. But
no, it's definitely mine.
It does look like yours, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's Tom's again.
I'm not removing them. It's because I'm not removing them, and I'm just...
So do I win?
No, you don't win.
Oh, bum cheese.
I'm sure. Why have I labelled that one then? Okay, well, that's a shame because the persons I was trying to put on was actually Bushes. Let me see if I've got it and I can add it now.
Oh, we're giving the game away now.
I know I've given it away, but that's annoyed me because I could have sworn I've done everything in a rush tonight and that's made a mess of it.
Just
right.
Quick one while he's looking, John. Are you a fan of goalkeeping coaches?
I've had a lot of experience with goalkeeping coaches. I am an ex-goalkeeper myself, so and grounds persons. I think they're wonderful people. Great job, Good. All of them do.
Good.
Is there a reason for the question?
I don't know if you watched Thursday Night Millers last night. I
did, but I think I've missed something. I'm going to have to rewatch it. By the sound of it.
Well, please do.
Yeah, I think I must have missed that.
But also, if anyone is watching while Phill fiddles, you've got 11 minutes till deadline. So if you are going to make any changes to your teams, if you've got chips you want to think about using or matchups, Liverpool, Man United, or whatever, now's your time to do it, folks, because otherwise you'll miss out.
Who's captain? Who, by the way? Who's it?
Bruno.
You've gone Bruno. What have you gone with, Phill?
I have gone with. Just give me a second, and I'll check because I can't remember. I have gone with. I think I might have gone with Bruno as well. Actually, thinking about
Bruno's been my captain for about a month now. I've not changed him.
We'll see shortly when I've finally sorted this one out.
I've changed mine to Ollie Watkins.
Who have Villa got?
Villa play Tottenham.
That's a good shout. That. I'm surprised that you weren't thinking about having Morgan Gibbs White in your team, Tom, after recent performances that he's been performing quite well.
Well, I've been told he's an awful person by Forest Phill, so...
Yeah, he is an awful person. He is an awful person.
But he's a cracking footballer.
He's scoring the goals. I wouldn't say he's a cracking footballer because, again, there's far better footballers, a lot better footballers than him. Yes, okay, he's slotting the goals home. Well done. You know, what do you want? Flipping medal. But essentially is a horrible person. And I'm trying to push a hashtag out there of I've got to get rid of some of these images now. I'm trying to push a tag out there, a hashtag out there of the F word MGW.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So Phill, what if he scores a 93rd minute overhead kick to seal the UEFA Cup for Nottingham Forest?
A 93rd overhead kick. I don't think
and
that's
wins you the cup. He'll surely
he doesn't. Well, yeah, that will be
Forest's greatest player of all time.
Wow, yeah, maybe we'll see.
Anyway,
still think it's a scumbag. Anyway, so what do we reckon to this then? Obviously, we know it's Bushes, but what do we reckon to this team?
Remind me, Phill, who does Bushy support?
He supports Manchester United.
Okay, but there's lots of blue.
And clearly from his fantasy league here, he supports Leeds United as well.
So
everything that the real Phill Smith has been saying on the shows, it is true. Because I know the real Phill Smith is a devoured fan of ours and saying that Bushy is like a 14-team wanker.
He's worse than me, Bushy, at this point.
Man United and Leeds. And so from that, it's clear that he supports Leeds, isn't it?
And Man City, clearly.
Yeah.
So 15 teams, so-and-so, if you think about it. Yeah.
What makes me laugh about him, he puts all these shorts out there to get himself, rich and famous on TikTok and whatnot. And all these people watching it, bad-mouthing Man City, bad-mouthing Leeds United, saying, we're gonna show them a game of football, we're gonna teach them football. He bad-mouths Man City about, it's atrocious, they've got whole stands there empty, and the FA Cup and this, that, and the other. Yet you look at his FPL, he's got one Man United player in there, which is his vice captain this week of Bruno Fernandes. So he's not expecting big things from him against Liverpool. He's played Haaland as his captain because he thinks he's going to do well against Everton. Probably will, but obviously it's Haaland. We never know. He's got 3 City players in there, and he's got 3 Leeds players in there. Obviously, Burnley Leeds playing tonight there.
Yes, that's true.
What makes me laugh with it all, he's got 2 Spurs players on his bench there as well.
I want whatever Bushy's taken to make this team, if I'm honest.
Yeah, me too. What do you reckon, Tom?
I suppose it doesn't necessarily mean he supports any of these teams. I mean, like I say, FPL's a really simple game. It's really quite easy. You pick the players, the best players playing against the worst teams, and you regain the points. Normally, regarding Manchester United and Liverpool, it's normally an absolute boring nonsense. Apart from that, was it 7-1 a few years ago?
Yeah, that was really boring, Tom. Really boring.
Yeah, no, apart from that, but usually they're drab affairs. It's rubbish. You'd rather watch dry paint. So that's even worse than paint dry.
I paint dry.
Yeah, like you'd just rather just look at a wall. I know I would, but listen. It's all about getting big points. What he's got here: Haaland, Semenyo, O'Reilly. That's points, and then he's got his Leeds lads, Okafor, who it looks like he's got a slight injury, but
he's on fire though, isn't he? Let's have it.
And then you got Justin. Calvert-Lewin. And Bushy hates Calvert-Lewin. Let's not forget.
Yeah, he's
because of the hair pull thing. And then he's got Watkins, Gabriel, and he's got the same keeper I've got in Kelleher. So I think all in all, that's not a bad team. There's a couple of things I would do differently. I I would probably that sounds awful. I'm glad I never went through with that sentence.
Wow.
I would take off, pull off Calvert-Lewin, to be honest with you, because I think he's dog shit. I'll probably have to do an apology to Calvert-Lewin next week as well. I didn't mean to.
A formal apology.
I have to apologise for stuff every week. But yeah, listen, that's not a bad team. It's solid. It'll get him 60+ points, that, I'd say.
So Ben's in the comments, guys. He wants to know who is getting manager of the month. So obviously, if anybody doesn't know, we do a manager of the month fantasy league special kind of thing between us that are involved in the podcast. And actually, to be fair, for the month of April, it's not too bad. To be fair, the guys that are normally up at the top aren't actually up there anymore. So I would put this up on the screen, but frankly, it's too much messing about. The person who's number one so far for the manager of the month for April is George Harper, OGH. He's this month had a total of 246 points. Second place is our very own Brighton fan Dan, who's on 231 points. Third place is good old Carl, or Rodri Trotter, as he's known as 197 points. In fourth place is myself, 1 point behind Carl on 196 points. And then in fifth place, 1 point behind me on 195 points is Mers. So
in theory, well done, Brighton fan Dan. You are manager of the month.
Yes.
As everybody else mentioned there, have indeed vacated our channel. So well done, Brighton fan Dan.
Well done, Brighton fan Dan. Yeah. So and just in
wait, hang on. Oh yes, me, isn't it? Yeah, there he is.
Hope everyone is doing okay. Just finished work, not done my team. It's absolutely fine, Brighton fan.
You are manager of the month.
You are manager of the month for April. Well done, you.
Good luck getting the trophy, because you ain't probably going to.
No, I don't think we've got that trophy back yet. Still don't think we've got that trophy. So, yeah, Brighton fan Dan, well done you. Guys, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left for the deadline. Just enough time to look at my god-awful team.
I think we need to explore this team, Phil. Come on now.
This is my team. Again, I've got a few mixers up there.
Phil, why is Morgan Gibbs White in your team?
I think he's trash, awful person.
Scoring goals. It's scoring goals, simple as. So obviously I've gone for Raya in goal. I made a mistake last week. I put Pickford in goal, and Raya got 13 points last week. So I made a massive...
because he played us, didn't he? The twat. Yeah.
I put Raya back in goal this week against Fulham. I think he's got a better chance than Pickford against Man City. My back four are Gabriel, obviously. Virgil van Dijk, Nico O'Reilly, and Nikola Milenkovic. Obviously, Milenkovic firing on all four at the minute with his defensive contributions. In the midfield, I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. I've had him now for a couple of weeks, and he's bringing the points in. I put Morgan Gibbs White in last week, and I've kept him again for this week. Morgan Rogers, they've got Spurs. I don't think Spurs are going to do very well. I think Villa have got a point to prove. I think their manager's batshit crazy, by the way. Did anyone hear his after match commentary from last night? He sounds like Borat from Wish. It's absolutely mental, the man is.
Unai Emery.
Yeah, it's absolute batshit crazy.
You know that he's a UEFA Cup master, though, don't you?
I do, but mate, they couldn't beat us last night, could they? Can't be that much of a master.
What was those celebrations about? What was that about?
20 seconds.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
So I've got Morgan Rogers in midfield and Szoboszlai obviously in midfield as well. And then I've got Ollie Watkins and Thiago up front as my captain and vice-captain. Stuck everyone else on my bench, basically, that I had. Wilson, Pedro Porro, and Delap all on the bench with Pickford. I think in theory, I've not got much contradiction. I've only got that little bit with Virgil in defence and Bruno Fernandes
I'd have changed the entire team, Phil. It's shockingly bad, but you can't now. The window is shut. Unlucky.
Why? What's wrong with my team?
I'm just taking the mic because you can't do anything now. It's shut.
I can't do anything anyway.
I like your
defensive. Going into that game, I genuinely believe. Sorry, not Everton. Aston Villa are going to go into that game and going to go. Forest beat us last night, or Forest beat us on Thursday night. By the time they come to do their game, and we got to prove a point. We've got to prove a point. We're better than everybody else. We're sat fourth in the league at the minute. We're Champions League next season. We need to prove a point, and they're just going to go out and absolutely batter Spurs.
I've just had, sorry to go away from your team here, Phil, the most bizarre brainwave of memory known to mankind. I'm sure, back when this wonderful podcast started, that a certain Bushy said, was it first or second that they would become? But looking at that team he's made on FPL, he's not backing that up anymore, is he?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. A few comments coming in from Bob Duke, because obviously he's on tonight. I did something. Lol. Yes, you did, Bob.
Oh, also, what an achievement, because he was always saying, I don't understand it. I'm only having a bit of fun. So well done, Bob, dude. Well done, mate.
Absolutely. I've captained Danny Welbeck this week. Back your team.
Oh, fuck off. Get fucked. Get...
Bloody hell, Johnny, got my phone a bit. Bloody the jump there from well done, Dan, to fuck off, Dan. And he's put going to wildcard for game week 36, as it's Phil's new favourite phrase, a double game week. So yes, game week 36.
It'd be interesting to find out how many tokens Bob Dude has left, because I don't know if he's played many of them.
So yeah, I know from the other game week he had 3, and I think he played one on the last double game week that we had. So I believe he's got at least 2 left. Bob, awesome. Dude, if you're still watching, mate, I know you just got in from work, so you probably switched off. But if you have, he's got wild card and bench boost left. So he's got wild card and bench boost left. Essentially, we're game week 35 now. If he's not playing one of them this game week, it was obviously next week game week. And then he could choose whether to play at 37 or 38 for that bench boost and get some.
Who's got a double game week? Is it City?
City and Palace, I think.
Oh, God. Okay. Brilliant.
Phill not following relegate. What's this? Phill not following related, but one more step towards UEL final. Absolutely, mate. One more step closer. Like I said in my TikTok comments, Europa League semi-final leg 1, completed it, mate. It's one of those, isn't it? So, yeah, I know it's Bushy's done a TikTok today. So if anybody's aware of it, you probably are. You've probably seen it 1,000 times. Bushy slating the Forest fans for setting off fireworks, even though it wasn't the Forest fans setting off the fireworks.
At half time, wasn't it? Yeah.
It wasn't. It was the local Greek restaurant setting the fireworks off. Actually, a local Greek restaurant setting some fireworks for whatever celebration they were celebrating at the time.
Well, isn't your own a Greek? It could be in celebration of that.
Marinakis' Greek restaurant.
No, Marinakis doesn't have a Greek restaurant in close proximity to the City Ground.
That's another apology. Love that.
You don't need to apologise to Marinakis. He gets that much grief. It's just a natural form thing. Okay, so enough with game week 35. Now that game week 35 is finished in terms of the deadline, and we're now looking at those games. So these are the games for game week 35. I know it's a little bit small, so I apologise. Tried to cram them all in on one. We obviously tonight at 8:00 at Ellen Road is Leeds United versus Burnley. What do we think to that, boys? Do we think that's going to be an easy whitewash for Leeds United?
0-0.
0-0 you're going with?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
there was a comment made the other day, actually, that I can't remember who it was they made a comment about they reckon that Wolves will actually, although they're getting relegated with Burnley, they reckon that Wolves will end up finishing in 9th.
They've sacked him, haven't they? They've sacked Scott Parker, haven't they? Yeah.
They've not sacked him.
No, they haven't sacked him. He left with a mutual agreement.
Yeah, so sacked him.
My argument to that is Scott Parker's too big for the Championship.
Right, do you want my take?
Go on, then.
Scott Parker is going to Newcastle United.
Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't put it past, but it wouldn't be until after the end.
Look, he's won major titles at Newcastle.
I'm not entertaining that conversation.
John, would you take him?
Yeah.
Would you take him at Newcastle, John?
No.
John?
I'd rather him. Honestly, respectfully and I won't apologise for this comment. For all midfield coaches out there, he could come into Rotherham United's midfielding coaches and help Rotherham United.
Yeah, but John, he won the Intertoto. No, the Intertoto. What do you call it? Where there's that picture of him with that like sort of certificate. He's looking really happy at Newcastle.
No idea, mate.
He's won major.
He can go
Who would you
somewhere
take,
else.
John? Who would you take?
Jose Mourinho.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm going to cover you. Will's could bring him in as goalkeeping coach.
Wells. I have issued if you go back to the start of this show, I've done an apology to groundskeepers and goalkeeping coaches, Wills. So have a look at that. I've read the statement out. Hopefully, this ugly mess goes away now. So, have you ever seen that episode of Alan Partridge where he offends the farmers?
Bob Dude showing absolute gallant
What a madman!
effort for his team, obviously supporting Brighton and Hove Albion.
I've heard it's called off, Dan. Don't go. I wouldn't go if I were there.
Newcastle United versus Brighton Hove Albion at 3:00 tomorrow. Got 2 tomorrow, 4 a.m. Wake up, ole ole. Good on you, Bob Dude. Good on.
I've heard it's called off, mate. Ineligible players called Welbeck, Minte, Mitoma. Yeah, just don't bother going, lad.
And Bob Dude, for anybody that doesn't know who Bob Dude is, he is Brighton Fan Dan on TikTok.
Yes.
He publicises everything there is to do with Brighton and Hove Albion. So big plug for Brighton Fan Dan. Make sure that you're following him on TikTok, guys. He is Brighton Fan Dan. And no doubt he will be doing some previews to the game tomorrow and also his match reaction, which will be absolutely fantastic as always. Obviously, more games going off tomorrow. A boring game of Brentford versus West Ham. What do we think, boys? Obviously, West Ham in that relegation battle there. Do we think they're going to get some points against Brentford? Or do we think Brentford are pushing for those European spots? Maybe.
I think that might be one of the nails in the West Ham coffin. I saw an article about, I don't know, is it there that used to be on Sir Lord Sugar's You're Fired program?
Karen Brady.
Yeah, that's it. So she's left now.
Baroness.
It's a turmoil. It's worse than Rotherham United, West Ham. I think they'll lose probably 3-0. Brentford will run riot.
Okay. Are you hoping, John, so that my prediction that Newcastle are going to go down is...
There's no ulterior motive to that. Yes.
Obviously, the other game is the Newcastle-Brighton game. I think a lot of us have already commented about that. We think that's going to be a bit of a whitewash, and Brighton are going to absolutely back.
Do you know what? I'm going to say it now. If we pull off a 1-0 win, I might do unthinkable things.
Oh, bloody hell.
Like
Steady
what?
Up. Will we be doing a public apology next week, John?
The week after, maybe.
Okay. Also, tomorrow we've got Wolverhampton Wanderers at home at the Molineux against Sunderland. Obviously, Sunderland coming off that awful gameplay and awful loss from last week. Obviously, going to Wolverhampton Wanderers, awful place in the words of Turbo Tom. But obviously, Wolves already relegated. Sunderland hopefully wanting to scrape something back to make their existence in the Premier League worthwhile. And then finishing the Saturday games off is Arsenal versus Fulham.
Which is a massive game, to be honest with you.
Absolute huge game, isn't it?
Fulham are no mugs like. Fulham, awful place. But I mean, as well as Arsenal, awful place. Listen, no mugs, Fulham. So Arsenal's arses will be twitching. And I think they'll try and go there to get a 1-0. I'm not going to lie. The key for Arsenal is now you just got to play dirty and try and win. So I do think Arsenal will win, but it's a very tough game, that one, for Arsenal.
Absolutely. Then obviously on Sunday, 3 matches. We've got Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. Really? Who's watching that at 2:00 on Sunday?
No one.
Then we've got Man United versus Liverpool, which, okay, I'm going to give a little bit of credit to the teams there. 3:30 kickoff on Sunday. Odd times because obviously we're on the bank holiday weekend there. I'm going to give credit to the teams there. Liverpool, cracking side. Man United, bag of shit. So I think Liverpool are going to run circles around Man United there. Absolutely. I think Michael Carrick's little party dancers and Michael Carrick, aren't I fucking amazing? I'm going to be the next Man United manager moving into 26-27 season. I think he's going to lose a couple now, and the fans are going to turn on him because we know what the Man United fans are like. Very fickle. 1 game lost, 2 games lost, and they turn on the manager. So yeah, I think Liverpool are going to teach him a lesson or two.
I disagree. I disagree with you.
Is Bushy next to you with a gun against your head also?
No one's here. Liverpool have been dire this season. Dire.
Yeah, but on the big games up against Man United, I mean, they're awful.
No, I think you're in for a bit of a shock there, Phil. Sorry to say.
What do you reckon? Liverpool, Man United?
It's at Old Trafford. I think the United just have to win, don't they, in the guaranteed top 4, I think.
Yeah.
Liverpool are out of everything.
Yeah.
They need to try and make sure they're in the top 5, is it?
8.
Well, no, like for Champions League. Liverpool not going to accept anything outside of Champions League.
Well, 6 then. So 6 then. Top 6.
Is it top 6? Is it? Right, okay. I don't know. It goes one way or another. What you need in that game is I used to look forward to these games many years ago when they were sort of level. Are Manchester United better than Liverpool? My honest answer to that is no, they're not.
Oh.
Man for man, they're not. It's a fact. Man for man. But listen, it's at Old Trafford. It's not a derby, but it's perceived as one. Do you know what? I'll throw it out there now. 1-1. 1-1.
I mean, I like the whole idea. Obviously, it's Old Trafford and so on and so forth. But there's also that thing in the back of my mind where the United stand. What's his name with long hair?
Oh, the hair thing. Yeah,
hair guy. I've just got a feeling that Liverpool are just going to upset him. I really am. I think.
What they're on at the minute? How many games have they won in a row?
4.
I think it's 3 or 4
is
now.
Is this the one? Is it?
Yeah, I think it's the game.
What I would say about this game, and I don't know if you guys feel the same, going slightly off topic of FPL, yeah, but I always feel like these games have such a big build, like the Arsenal Man City game, big massive build up, 3-hour-long show, whatever, and they're always dead crap.
Yeah,
no, I was saying before. Yeah. I mean, look. Let's touch on it. We might as well, right? Game deadline's gone past. It's coming towards the end of the season. None of us 3 are going to win our respective leagues in the FPL. Phil, I hope you don't mind. How bloody good was that PSG Bayern Munich game?
Oh, mate. That was world-class football.
In comparison to the Arsenal game, which was dead shit.
It was 2 world-class teams. It's like the Brazil and Argentina.
It was unbelievable.
Honestly, absolutely phenomenal game of football. That's the sort of game of football that I wish every team played like that.
My next question is then, right? Bayern Munich and PSG, if they were in the English Premier League with the teams they got now, they finish 1 and 2, don't they? Surely.
Yeah, every time.
So, honestly, that actually restored my faith in top flight football the other night, watching that. I thought
I agree with you on
2
that.
teams could not give a toss about defending. Sod it. You're going to... It's the old Brazil mentality. You score 4, we'll score 5. End of. And that's what football should be. Mikel Arteta and what's his face at Atletico Madrid? Simeone. It's all... Oh, God.
It's all tips out.
are going to beat. They're not going to beat whoever wins that. That should be the Champions League final for me.
Can I make an apology in advance, Phil?
Yeah, go on.
I would like to apologise in advance if I offend Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans are the epitome of society, and Mikel Arteta should not be Arsenal manager. He's a Team U version of Pep Guardiola. I don't like him. He's a rat. End of apology.
Well, it's not an apology. He called him a rat.
Okay, I apologise that I call him a rat, but he is. The way he's celebrating down the touchline, 1-0, like we're local rivals or something. No, mate, it's 1-0. You've done nothing since you scored. Anyway.
Sorry. The thing is with Mikel Arteta is he's going to leave this season exactly how Liverpool are. No cups, no trophies, no nothing.
No, you're wrong. He'll have a bottle.
Yeah, he's crying into, with his tears.
Yeah, tears.
And then obviously, the final game on Sunday is Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur. That's
big game. Big game.
Massive game. Bigger for Spurs than it is for Villa, I think, in the big picture of it all. But at the same time, if Liverpool do at 3:30 do over Man United, that's Villa's chance to then go back into third place.
Wow.
It's a huge game. It is a huge game, Phil, Johnny, this one, because let's say Brentford turn over West Ham, which I think they will, on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Spurs have then just got to not go for it, but certainly not lose at Villa Park.
Yeah.
At the same time, Villa will have one eye on. When do you play next week? Is it Thursday again? Is it?
Yes, mate. Yeah, next Thursday.
So they're not going to be that fatigued. So play Sunday, Monday rest day, Tuesday, whatever, train. They don't even have to fly. They're just going to Nottingham. Sorry, they're at home. It's an interesting one. What I don't like about this game is the kickoff time. I think that's pathetic.
8 o'clock, is it?
7
o'clock.
On a Sunday night.
It's bank holiday, though, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still
it's still shite, yeah.
I actually fancy Tottenham to get something from this. I think it could be a draw, you know. I do.
You know what's going to annoy you even more, Turbo Tom? Next season, they're introducing an 11 o'clock kickoff to the Premier League.
At night?
No, in the day.
Sure. Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's only going to be Man City games, and their attendance is going to improve based on that.
11 o'clock kickoffs. That's pathetic. So you've just had your
poor Bob, dude, would have to set off at like 1 a.m. for Newcastle.
Well, the best do it local because that's just ridiculous. And I tell you what, I'm glad sometimes I'm glad I support Rotherham United because you can rely on it majority being 3 o'clock on a Saturday. But
or 12, yeah.
I mean, that's a long stretch, Tom. I think you need to make another public apology saying that about Rotherham United, mate. And then we've got games on Monday because it's Bank Holiday Monday, and why not play 2 games on Monday? One at 3 o'clock is Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Big game, very big game. Obviously, Chelsea sitting bottom of the league in regards to performance and form. Forest sitting second in the league based on form. Still unbeaten under Vito Pereira. That's 9 games now unbeaten. It's now or never for Forest, really. I think if they get 3 points against Chelsea, although statistically they could still go down, I think 3 points is going to be enough to keep.
I don't think you're asked about that game, mate. I don't think you're bothered.
You don't think so, no?
No, I don't think you're bothered about that game. I think you are. All banter aside, you're fine. So, if I was Pereira, I would say to the lads, take it easy. And let's go next Thursday.
Well, to me, obviously Chelsea, big game, isn't it? Really, you look, Chelsea, one of the big 6. If Forest were to go to Stamford Bridge on a bank holiday Monday at 3 o'clock and batter Chelsea something like 3-0, I mean, who knows? Maybe it might shut Bushy up for a fucking change. That's might be one.
Well, it's good content.
It is very good content. Yeah. And then at 8 o'clock on Monday night is Everton versus Man City at Goodison Park or wherever it is now. What is it? The Good
the Dickinson Arena.
Whatever it is.
Dickinson Stadium.
Yeah.
Named after Harry Hill and that bloke off Bargain Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Will Dickinson.
No, David Dickinson.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Mr. Orange Man. Bob so many kids at work are Arsenal fans claiming they will win this, that, and the other. I simply said, you can win a bottle. That's what you're good at. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. So, yes, Tom, were you going to say something there, mate?
No, I just found it amusing last night that I mentioned that Alan Titchmarsh had applied for the groundsman's job.
Oh, not this, for fuck's sake.
And Bushy went, I've never heard of Alan Titchmarsh. I'm like,
oh my Lord. Bushy lives a very shaded life. Bushy, he doesn't get out much. So that's probably what it is. Right. We are the FPL show. That's what we're all about. We'll cover some games here. We are the FPL show. So, thinking about it now, obviously, back end of the season, some people that will be watching FPL might be going, well, you know what? I'm doing quite well in the FPL. I'm in the top 10,000 in the world or something. I need to be thinking about the players that I'm going to play now over the next 3 or 4 game weeks and make a decision on who I think really is going to give me those extra points to maybe put me into the top 5,000 in the world. And Tom, obviously, as you always like to state and always like to say, it's dead easy. All you do is you put the best players that are playing that game week into your squad that are playing the worst players in that game week. So we're going to have a look at a few of the interesting pointers and the interesting facts in regards to those amazing players that we need to be having in our squad on a consistent basis now, at least to get some more points for the remaining 3 game weeks. So we're going to look at the goals. That's what we're going to start with. Love strikers or midfielders even, as it shows on here. This is the top 10 players of 2025-2026 season and how many goals they have currently scored for their team based on up to game week 34. Obviously, we've just moved into game week 35 there. So if you've got these players in some way, shape or form in your squad, essentially they are good goal scorers. They are people that are slotting the whole goals home. Obviously, it's better if they're slotting more than 1 home per game because obviously you're going to get more points. But these are the players that you need to be thinking about in regards to these top players that Turbo talks about on a regular basis. So obviously, Erling Haaland sat there at the top on 24 with Igor Thiago for Brentford just underneath in 21st. Then we got a midfielder, okay, attacking midfielder, but in the midfielder all the same in Antoine Semenyo. Back to the forward for Chelsea, which is João Pedro, but obviously he's been blanking quite recently. In 5th place is Tom's favourite player, Danny Welbeck for Brighton and Hove Albion.
He's been explosive this season.
Joint 5th with my worst player and not worst player, worst human being, awful person, worst human being to ever lace up boots for the mighty Reds is Morgan Gibbs-White, also with 13 goals. 7th place is obviously Victor Gyökeres with 12 for Arsenal. Junior Krupe and Hugo Ekitike and Ollie Watkins then making up 8th, 9th and 10th place with 11 goals apiece. Now, obviously, I've got Ollie Watkins in this week. Tom, you've got Ollie Watkins?
Have.
Yeah. John, you've got Welbeck, haven't you?
Welbeck.
Yeah, you've got Welbeck against your own team.
Yes, against Newcastle, yes.
Yeah, I think I've got Thiago as well in mine. So.
Thiago's in mine, yeah.
Well, I've got my front 3 are Ollie Watkins, Thiago, and Danny Welbeck.
Well, you're doing pretty well there then, Tom. Again, putting the
simple
3
game.
Players. Yeah, that's it. Simple game. So that's the goal. So for anybody that's watching, if you're thinking, well, who do I need to put? What goal scorers do I need to get in there? What do I need to do? They are your top 10 goal scorers so far of the 25-26 season.
I'll tell you what, Phil, you've done a great job tonight, mate. Great job. You've got good graphics. It's polished. It's nice. It's good. And I think next season it's going to be absolutely fantastic because I'll fully focus on this because, as I've spoken in the past, certainly with LAJS, and I kind of made a World War II analogy that I was fighting on many fronts. But next season, my sole focus will be on winning our league, as it were.
I like it, Tom. I like it. But remember, guys, it's not always about the goals. Yes, obviously you get points, especially if a player is scoring multiple goals. And if you captain them or even triple captain them for one particular game and they're scoring 2-3 goals, wow, it gives you those points. However, obviously, as we know, it's really important that obviously they get points for things like assists, and players get points for successful passing and so many passes that they get. And obviously clean sheets from goalkeepers and obviously defensive contributions from those defenders. So we're also got to consider assists. So if we look at the top 10 assists, these look like this. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes sitting at the top there with 19 points. That's I know probably I've got another friend called Ray, always talking about Bruno Fernandes, saying that he's the better. Should have him in your squad every single game week. Let's face it, Bruno Fernandes will probably get snapped up in the summer by some Saudi team or Turkish team or something. So he probably won't be around for much longer. Then obviously we've got Ryan Shirky and Jaron Bowen in joint second place with 10 assists each. Erling Haaland then sitting in fourth place. So that's two lists that Erling Haaland has appeared on with 7 assists. James Garner for Everton, Harry Wilson and Mohamed Salah and Jack Grealish all on 6 assists apiece. And then Xhaka for Sunderland and Diouf for West Ham taking up the 9th and 10th spot with 5 assists apiece. So again, if you're thinking about your squad and thinking particularly about your midfielders, where you want to pick up some extra little points, think about those assists as well in regards to some of those players. So again, if you wanted to get some extra points towards the end of the season, they are some good ones to look at. We're going to look at passes as well. Obviously, passes is just as crucial when it comes to your midfielders and how they're performing. So the top 10 so far for the 25-26 season, Virgil van Dijk at the top there with nearly 2,500 passes total. Lewis Dunk in second place with 2,216. And then another Brighton and Hove Albion player in there of Van Heck with 2,194. So again, good players to have in your squad here. Anderson for Fulham, 2,190. Chalobah for Chelsea, 2,181. Just behind him by 20 passes is Elliot Anderson for Nottingham Forest. I know we've had a little bit of a laugh about him before, John, about Elliot Anderson.
Amazing player, great player.
Statistically for the position that he plays, but obviously for an FPL, not necessarily the player that's going to give you the most points, but will pick up points regularly each game week that he plays. Marcos Senesi for Bournemouth in there. Dominic Szoboszlai, Mark Gay and Ezri Konza picking up 8th, 9th and 10th place. And then probably one of the biggest and most important one, because goalkeepers get some big points when they get them clean sheets, especially if those clean sheets are very, very close and very, very crucial. So at the minute, this is what we're looking at when it comes to clean sheets. Obviously, David Raya, top of the Golden Glove so far this season with 16. Obviously, he got joint last season as well. So a good choice to have is David Raya as a goalkeeper. Donnarumma then in second place with 13 clean sheets. And Dean Henderson and Jordan Pickford in joint third place, both with 11. And then basically 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, all with 9 points, are Rose, Verbruggen, Petrovic, and Sanchez, and Keller. And then at the 10th position there with 8 clean sheets is Leno for Fulham. So, when you are picking the remainder of your players and your teams for the following next 3 game weeks and you want to pick up points, you need to be looking at those goals. You need to be looking at those assists. You need to be considering the number of passes that are involved and definitely looking at the people that are giving you the most clean sheets week in, week out. As Turbo Tom always says, just pick the best players against the worst players.
I mean,
to win.
What I will say on that, I mean, you're looking at obviously those goalkeepers there. Penalty saves is a massive one, and I'm assuming Kelleher, who's my Queven Kelleher, who is the goalkeeper for my team and has been all season. I've got Petrovic as well, which is a good sort of backup. I think Kelleher. It'd be interesting to know who's got the most points out of all the goalkeepers. I think Kelleher surely is top 3, and he's quite a cheap option. He saves quite a few penalties.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously, you've got to think, as Tom rightly said, with the Fantasy Premier League, it's obviously keeping within your budgets. Obviously, the players' prices go up and down throughout the game week, so you need to think about those things as well. Obviously, guys, we will be running another Fantasy Premier League next season, and the point of the Fantasy Premier League is a little bit of enjoyment from football. Football can get very stressful. Football can get very frantic. It can affect people's mental health quite a bit, and it can affect the way that people act and perform in their day-to-day lives. And what we try and do with the FPL or the Fantasy Premier League is bring a little bit of lightheartedness to what is a very, very, very stressful game, let's face it, and a very, very stressful part of a lot of people's lives. And we encourage it for everybody, just a little bit of fun. And let's face it, you don't have to play every week, but if you do, it's that one thing that you can focus on and go, do you know what? I love football, but there's no pressure. There's no, stress with anything. It's just a bit of fun, a bit of a laugh, and yeah, a break away from normal life, I find. I don't know what you guys think.
100%. Yeah, of course. I mean, like I say, I don't support a Premier League team. I like to think I know my apples and onions and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, it's great. It's great to have an early Friday night chat after this. Be on the Britney Spears, get on the beers.
You're on the beers already, Tom.
Well, of course I am, but I mean like properly on the beers, John.
Yeah, as an outsider, because I hadn't. Oh, sorry, Phil. You go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying, if the sun's past the yard arm, then Tom is having a beer.
Indeed.
True.
What were you going to say, John? Go on.
I can't remember.
I thought it was going to be something deep and meaningful.
It was. From someone who doesn't really do FPL until coming on to these shows, I think it's a good way of, again, there's no real budget or association to football clubs. I mean, I'm a Newcastle fan. Yeah, I'd like to have a Phill Forest fan, Bushy, Man City, Leeds, Arsenal, whatever, West Ham. But there's no association to your football club. If you want to use your team, use your team. If you don't. And there's no pressure. Yeah, it's a good laugh, and also you get to meet new people as well, because we can have conversations like this.
Absolutely, and I think how we're going to push the FPL next season is obviously we're going to start it, encouraging people to join as early as possible. So we're going to set up the league as early as possible. But how our feelers are, I want to bring the FPL to you guys next season is we're going to have that open league, and that open league is going to be then open for these Friday shows. And if people want to come on that are in that open league and just chat for 10 minutes about their squad, it's absolutely fine, because this is an area where we can have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of fun, enjoy what is football, and at the same time, just get to know people and have a bit of fun.
I'll tell you what, and make a name for yourself. Yeah,
absolutely, mate. I'm going to end on a lovely little comment from Bob Dude. So he's put, will we ever see Bushy forfeit for the smelly fish? What's it called?
Smelly fish.
Yeah, it's the Swedish smelly fermented fish thing. However, it's
fish. Yeah.
You know what I mean. We all done our respective forfeits. Bob Dude earlier on in the season went topless with spiked hair.
He did.
That is an image that is ingrained on my brain.
Forever.
Yeah. If I ever need to think unsexy thoughts, that's why. And that's the fun about this show. Sorry, I lost complete track then. I was thinking about Bob Dude topless with spiked hair. that's the whole fun with this Fantasy Premier League. It's the whole fun with this podcast. It's just a group of people having a bit of fun, having a laugh, not taking things too seriously, and just enjoying ourselves. And so we are hoping that KB We Love Football is going to push out and grab more people's attention, and hopefully be one of those little places that people can come to and just enjoy life a little bit.
Indeed.
So please make sure that you are liking, following, and sharing KB We Love Football. The logo is in the top corner there. You can find us on YouTube. If you just want to type in KB Terrace Talk, you will see this channel on there on YouTube. We would love for people to just join the channel. There's no obligation. You don't have to subscribe or pay anything like that. Just click the follow and you'll get notified when all of our shows are on. And again, as we reach out to everybody, just say, do you know what? Drop one of us a message and say, I wouldn't mind coming on your show, and we'll get it all sorted for you, and we'll get it arranged for you. That is what we're here to do. We're here to bring all these different fans together, having a good laugh, having a great time. We have taken up an hour of your Friday night. I have taken up an hour of Turbo Tom and John's Friday night. Turbo's ready with his Turbo Shandies tonight. John's ready to cry into a tissue when Brighton and Hove Albion batter Newcastle 63-0.
66. Oh, okay.
63, mate.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we've got it in them for 66.
Okay.
And I'm going to go home, and then I'm probably going to go to the pub. So it's been an absolute pleasure to have my two co-hosts on tonight of Turbo Tom and John.
Well done, Phill. Some great images tonight, mate. You did really well, pal.
And also a massive well done again to Bob Dude, who had given up on FPL and now respectfully is manager of the month.
Absolutely, Bob Dude. Well done, mate. Absolutely. And I'm going to preempt it. Well done for your win tomorrow against Newcastle.
Oh, here we go. Right, just end.
So thank you for following KB We Love Football. Thank you for following the channel. Thank you from Tom and John. Thank you for all your messages in tonight. And we will see you on the next stream, which I believe, despite any after match reactions on Saturday, is Turbo Tom's Rate 'em or Slate 'em on Sunday night. And we will see you all on the next stream. So thank you very much.
Bye.